I think it's gone great so far. Rid's obviously done a great job with the whole special teams unit as always, and all the other guys are looking fast, physical. All the specialists, I believe, have done their job pretty well. Everyone's gotten better, and for me, I think the biggest thing is being consistent. I think last season I kind of grew as the season went on and got more confidence. So I'm thinking, trying to build off of that and maintain that consistency into the season.
My coaches have mentioned the red zone punt, or pinning punts being something you really need to work on. How do you get better at that, and are you seeing progress there?
Yeah, we have done a ton of pin red zone stuff, and I think I've progressed a lot. Last year we had a few touchbacks, but we have worked a ton of that red zone stuff, and we're just getting a feel of where you're at on the field, and kind of there is a little technique to it on how you drop the ball and stuff like that. So I think we've progressed a lot, and hopefully be a lot better this year and pin teams deep in their own end zone.
Your goal to keep the quarterback out of the punting stats?
Yes. Yeah. I'd rather take those reps, the minimal reps I get. I'd rather have those. Yeah.
What did the Fiesta Bowl and the way you finished the season do for your confidence and kind of springboarding you into the season?
It was huge. I was kind of down, frustrated. Highs and lows of last season at the beginning. But to end on a game like the Fiesta Bowl with, I believe, my best game of the year was huge. And to take that confidence and continue to run with it throughout the summer and spring and hopefully into this year.
What was the difference that day, or did you done well in December and kind of getting ready for that, or?
No, I think it was just the confidence factor going in and just trusting everyone in front of me and just knowing that I have to do my job and do it to the best of my ability.
What was the whole year kind of like for you? The year before you had kind of shared time with Trevor and stuff, and then last year was kind of your first year of being the guy. What did you kind of learn from last year and take away from that moving forward?
I think my first year playing was good, splitting reps with Trevor. I got a ton of experience there, but I wasn't the full-time guy. Last year, as you said, I was the full-time, and just gaining that experience still and getting better as the season went on with confidence and things like that was huge. So now that I have about 2 years under my belt, hopefully continue into this third year.
Tyler obviously steps into a big role this year. What do you expect out of that guy?
He's done a great job so far. I mean, obviously Dan had a tremendous career, and those are some big shoes to fill, but Tyler's done an outstanding job, and I think he'll be just fine.
You hold him?
Yes.
Yes. You still enjoy that job?
Oh yeah, of course. Any reps that I could get on the field, are good. So, and I think it's a good thing that I'm doing it just because specialists have a ton of time off, so we can get those continuous reps between Kevin, myself, and Tyler. But I think just growing together and having us three in a unit has been good.
What is that relationship like as a group? You guys have kind of that small group that you said kind of have your own agenda out there a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. We're kind of a weird group, like most can probably attest to. But no, it is a tight-knit group. We have some time off compared to a lot of teams, so we have time to grow and bond together, and everyone gets along great. So it's a good group.
Who accepted the responsibility of running the BSU Specialist Twitter account?
We don't know. We don't know who runs that, actually.
Are you serious?
No.
Is that what you guys?
No, we don't discuss that. We don't know who runs it.
Okay.
What do you guys do to stay busy in your downtime? I think every time I look over, there's some sort of competition going on. I guess, how do you come up with these games? Who decides what to do? Is this what kickers on every college football team are doing?
Basically, yeah. I have a few friends that play at different schools, and they do the same thing. I mean, when we have downtime, obviously we watch our film, we do all that, but we can only watch so much, And when we do have our downtime, we come up with, games. We have the specialist account, and a ton of stuff that try and get us along through the long days of fall camp.
Who tweets the most on that specialist account?
I don't know. We have no idea.
You mentioned the holding, and it seems like holding is such an underrated thing because you could score with the extra point is just a given all the time, and it's not as easy as maybe it looks. What kind of pride do you take into the holding aspect of it? Because you could score with 5 seconds left, and if you don't catch and get the ball down for the extra point, then you guys could lose by 1 or something.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy it. Like I said, I get a ton of experience at it with having Kevin have all the free time, so I get to catch a ton of snaps, which is good. And again, I think it's just more confidence. The more snaps you catch, the more comfortable you're going to be when we're in a game and say a game-winning field goal, things like that. You just trust that he'll hit you, and Russell will put it through.
Just seems like a lot more has to happen than just the kick, like that no one really thinks about, even on a little extra point.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more that goes into it than just the kick. You know, I've seen games where you know the holder botches the ball and the kicker might miss, and they're just like, oh, what's the kicker doing? You know, but it's definitely more to that. We are a unit, and so the guys up front need to block, and Kevin needs to snap, and I got to get it down for Russell to even do his job at all.
Are there times where, you know, the nerves, you know, pump like they would if you're, you know, trying to have a game-sealing punt, like you when you were holding, though? I mean, do you ever get nervous as a holder? I think it's a position that is, like, it's harder than it looks at times, I think.
Yeah, I've had nerves, but I feel like now in my career I've kind of gotten past that point, which has been good, especially with the punting aspect too, is just being confident in your job and knowing that you could do it, and just trusting everyone in front of you, I guess.
I know Tyler's kicking field goals in your punting, but at the same time, is there any bit of advice that you offer him to maybe get over nerves or find that consistency earlier?
We kind of push each other and give each other that confidence, you know, before each field goal. It's kind of like, you know, here we go, let's go. We're going to put this through, you know, just little words of advice, I guess. But yeah, we kind of give each other that confidence, I guess, and try and calm those nerves so we could do our job.
What's the worst element to kick in? Is it rain, wind, snow?
We get it all here. Punting, I do not enjoy the wind. Obviously, the cold is pretty tough because you can't feel your feet or your hamstrings or anything, and you have to go out and hit a ball as hard as you can, you know. But I would say the wind is tough. That's the worst, yeah, because your drop is all over the place, and it's hard.